Start the session, ma'am?
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Happy morning to all. It's my privilege to welcome you all to this I-Days National Level webinar on Education in COVID-19 Challenges and Opportunities. Dear participants, kindly note, mute your microphone and turn off your video to avoid technical issues. Don't present your screen during the session. To view the Deepika ma'am presentation, kindly pin Dr. Deepika Kohli in the participants list. Use chat box for your communication. Thank you. Difficult roads often leads to beautiful destination. May I now call upon Dr. J. Tamilchelvi, Head Department of Business Administration, Kaveri College for Women Autonomous, to render welcome address and to introduce the resource person to the gathering. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. M. Neela. Pleasant morning to all. First, I would like to thank the God for all the blessings of today and for all the days to come. It gives me immense pleasure to thank our role model management and my sincere welcome to our dynamic Madam Principal, Dr. Mrs. V. Sujata, who continuously motivate us to make this webinar come together to become a success. We could not have done it without her. Today, the task of introducing our resource person is a great privilege. I feel elated to introduce Dr. Deepika Kohli, Assistant Professor, Khalsa College of Education, GT Road, Amritsar, Punjab. He has completed doctorate at Punjab University, Chandigarh, and clear NET in 2008. Ma'am has qualified with n number of degrees such as MCom, BEd, MR, and MA Sociology. She is the author for 13 books, and he has written more than 38 publications in world-leading journals. Our resource person today is the living medium of a woman and living inspiration to the young one. I welcome you, ma'am. I'm extremely grateful to welcome all the participants. I request all for your kind cooperation for the webinar and making it a grand success. Once again, I welcome you all. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for your nice introduction. The will to win, the desire to succeed, the urge to reach full potential. These are the keys that will unlock the door to personal excellence. We are honored by this morning by the presence of our today's resource person, Deepika Kohli ma'am. May I now request today's eminent resource person, Dr. Deepika Kohli, Assistant Professor, Khalsa College of Education, Punjab, to take over the session. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It's really an honor for me. Uh, Thanks a lot. A very beautiful morning to all of us gathering here. Really, the weather here is very pleasant today. But I just want to mention there might be some technical glitches from our side due to heavy rain. But if I disconnected, ma'am, I'll try to rejoin after 30 seconds.
Sure,
I'm
ma'am.
just
Sure,
telling
ma'am.
you in advance there might be some chances because there is a heavy rain today. So thanks once
Yes, ma'am.
again,
Yes, ma'am.
organizers. Thank you so much, and beautiful warm morning to all. Today we are gathered here for a deliberation on a flipped learning. I think first of all, before presenting my slide, I just want to ask you one question. And I also want to take your poll during the whole deliberation. Uh, can anybody tell me that during pandemic period, what type of challenges you are facing related to teaching learning process? Because our flipped learning, the topic which I have choose, that is basically one of the strategy which is very much important for nowadays for overcome the various kind of challenges which we are facing being a teacher as well as a student or a learner. So can any participant tell me what major challenges you are facing during this pandemic period? We will only restrict to teaching learning process. We are not going we are not supposed to go beyond that. Just want to know any particular problem or a challenge you are facing nowadays. Any participant? Because there should be healthy interaction between us. Any participant, they can, I think if ma'am is providing the facility of unmuting them, They can unmute and tell me. Neela ma'am,
In the yes, ma'am. In
participants,
the yes, ma'am. Yes,
yes,
ma'am. In
kindly
the
louder,
chat,
ma'am.
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. In the chat
Okay,
box,
okay,
they
I'll
have
go.
texted, ma'am.
Fine, ma'am. I'll go through chat box.
Yes,
Right.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Technical teaching, right? Shift to online learning. So, the shifting from traditional learning to online learning. Yes, no doubt, it's the biggest challenge for everyone because there are various areas like rural areas where the excess of internet connectivity is not there. Any other challenge you are facing, if there are certain some students over there, because a flipped learning is basically meant for the learners, right? No doubt teachers are using it nowadays, and across the globe everyone is relying upon this technique, that is flipped classroom or flipped learning. It's also called as invert or a reverse learning. Any other challenges, right? Problem with communication and technical issues. Yes, technical glitches are always there, right? Communication problem is there. Communication, because whenever we have any internet connectivity problem, then communication problem is also there. Any other problem? I think some really feel like that we are facing a serious problem, that how to engage our students. Isn't it a problem? Don't you think it's a biggest problem, that how to engage our learners? Yes, right. It's a pathetic condition, right? Many orphanages also affected. Any other? Okay, fine. So there are various kinds of problem. The one of the most challenging task of a teacher and for a learner basically is that how we can engage our learner, how we can make our learner the effective thinker. Because the role of teacher here is not just to transactional. It's not like I'm just we are just a knowledge transmission transmitters. We just have to develop the mental faculties of the child. Now, because we are going through this pandemic period, and the problem we are facing is engagement of the learner in an effective teaching learning process. No doubt government of India has taken up various initiative to provide a good platform, like Swayam is there, Swayam Prabha is there. There are various kind of channels are there. Schools are doing wonderful. CBSE, NCRT, they are doing many things, but still there are various kinds of challenges, like we are not able to engage our learner effectively because we don't know how we can use our technology effectively and efficiently. No doubt we are using technology, but the thing is that how to use that technology in an efficient manner so that we can gather the masses, or we can help our learner to engage and create curiosity and arouse certain kind of interest for the learning. So may I request, ma'am, may I allow to share my screen? Neela ma'am, may I allow to share my screen, because in
Yes, ma'am.
between
Yes, ma'am.
I
Sure, ma'am.
also have to go live, ma'am.
Yes,
So
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
yes, thank you so much, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
So one of the latest technique which we are using nowadays is flipped learning or flipped classroom, which is also called as inverted classroom. Now I just want to discuss with you that there are certain challenges that right now we have little bit discuss about this, like what is the call of the day, like need of the hour is the basic need of the hour nowadays is that how to make a learner and the student engaged in a particular task. And it is very much important that we have to make our learners the active learners. It's not like that we are giving the lecture, and same in the case of online learning, I'm just for a 40-minute or 1 hour duration, I'm just speaking and my learner are not involved in it. For that purpose we need some kind of technique which can remove these kind of challenges which are facing. So the basic call of the day, you can say the need of the hour, is that we have to make our learner engaged, we have to make them active, and one of the most important thing is self pacing. Now this is the time when we have to allow our student to learn according to their pacing, right? We have to identify their potentialities also. No doubt I agree with that, we are facing a lot of challenges due to this pandemic, but still if a student is using WhatsApp, it means he has certain kind of access to the internet. He must have used YouTube also. So learning basically remove these kind of challenges which we are facing related to this internet connectivity, because WhatsApp also help to make our learning effective, because we can always upload or post certain kind of videos which is made by the teacher itself. So these are the prominent issues which I'm going to address today, is that how we can solve it, how we can overcome from these challenges. So if we talk about the teacher, because that was the point of view of learner, that learner need to learn from their own pacing. They need to be more engaged. They need to be more curious, and they need to learn with the different methods. Now, but if I'm a teacher, because they are in this group, I think there are certain teacher as well as certain some students are also there. So from the point of view of teacher, again we are facing a different challenges. It's not like that student is facing certain challenges. We being a teacher are also facing a lot of challenges, and a severe administrative pressure also to engage the learner. Now, what are those challenges? The first major challenge here is diverse learning need of the learner. As we all know that whenever we teach in the classroom, and whenever we are in the classroom being a teacher, we have to tackle various kind of students. Like if I'm talking about diverse learning needs, we have a student that they are having a different learning style. Some of my students are visual learners, some of my students are audio learners, some of are kinesthetic and tactile learner. So one of the biggest challenges is that how to balance the diverse needs of the students. So because students are from different backgrounds, if I'm teaching online also, then also I have to take into consideration this aspect, that the diverse learning needs. Because what happened, there are certain students who are auditory learner, they are not very comfortable in visual learning, but there are certain students who are learn in an effective manner when we are using some kind of visual aids, and they are not comfortable in listening teacher for a 1 hour. So what we have to do, or you can say the biggest challenge we are facing is balance the need of the diverse learner. Secondly, nowadays the student and the learners become dependent upon the teacher, because our education system is somewhat like we have to spoon feed something some way. So I feel like that we have some kind of students, they want that we should provide them the notes also, line by line notes. So this is also biggest challenge, because online learning, when we talk about online learning, it's not possible to dictate each and everything. So we have to make our learner more independent. Then next is when we talk about this online learning, there is a personal touch between a less personal or a minimum personal time between a learner and a teacher. So these are some of the challenges according to me which I am facing during my classroom teaching, when I am talking about online teaching. So now no doubt we are facing various problems, but there is always certain kind of strategies which help us to overcome these challenges. So now I'm going to discuss about some of the challenge strategies which we can use, but my focus will only be on flipped learning. Now, what could be the techniques which we can follow? We can follow space learning. You can have a screenshot of it also if there are some teachers. Space learning we can take up. I'm not going into the details of this because I will focus only on the second part, flip your classroom instructions. So these are some of the techniques which we used, which I'm also using in my classroom during the online teaching also, as well as during the conventional method of teaching. That is a space learning. Flip your classroom instruction, which we are going to discuss today, like it's a invert your classroom or the reverse your classroom. Pair work, when we help the learner to learn in a pair, it's like a peer tutoring. We can also use mind mapping, e-learning through argumentations. That will only be helpful if we conducted through video conferencing. There is one Z2A approach is there, where we can help the student to learn a whole concept with the help of advanced organizer model. There are certain kind of models which we are using in our teaching, like there is one model, advanced organizer model, where we have to tell the summary of the whole lesson beforehand to the students. Then peer learning, one of the most famous nowadays, tutoring or peer learning. Then analytics of emotion. Nowadays, there are many researches which are going on analytics of emotion, that with the help of various instruments, we can check the emotions of the students, like whether they are interesting, they are feeling bored, they are feeling curious, they are like feeling nervous. So this is also one of the method to judge the emotion of the student and shift to a teaching learning process. If I think that my student are getting boring, I have to shift to some other technique. 3 2 1 countdown is there, collaborative learning is there, Phillips 66 is very common technique, where we used to use the grouping of a 6 person in a particular classroom, and we have to provide a 6 minute to discuss on a particular issue. Then they have to discuss with the whole class. Then cooperative learning is there, blended learning is there. The foreign country, they are using the flexible Friday, like for a whole one day they have just focus on a one particular subject, like a it's called as flexible Friday. You can have a flexible Monday or a Tuesday, it's upon you. Mnemonic techniques, which is basically used in, for particular language teaching also. Memory technique, virtual classroom, web-based instructions. There are certain techniques like role playing, teaching with sense of humor, scenario analysis based teaching, inquiry based teaching, case based learning. That is basically for business administration student, as because this department is related to business administration. Hope their students are from commerce field and management field. And case study is basically suitable for our business subject, because I am also from commerce background. Then field engagement, where we have to visit. No doubt we cannot visit the field now during pandemic period, but we can visit virtually also. So drama as a technique and brainstorming technique could also be used. Now I'll focus only on the most commonly used technique, is the flipped learning. Can anybody tell me, have you heard about flipped learning? Any student or any teacher, any professor here? Because now I'm not able to access the chat box because I have shared my screen.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
I am professor in Sastra University.
Okay. Hello, sir. Yes, sir. So, sir, what basically, according to you, is a flipped learning? If you have to use this technique in your classroom, what you will do for this? Or just a simple concept, what you know about this flipped learning?
Being an accounting master, we have been using it only the PowerPoint presentation and flipped learning using through WordPress and the
Okay, like a website. Okay, Moodle. You are also using Moodle. That is one of the wonderful platform nowadays we can use for creating our courses. Like, so Moodle is the best way to to change our whole scenario, like from traditional to flipped classroom learning.
Yes, of course.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Really wonderful talking to you.
Thank
So
you.
basically, flipped learning is, like sir has already told, that he is sharing some kind of PPTs with the student, videos with the student, to with the help of certain kind of website. Yes, no doubt we can share the share various kinds of tools or various kind of course material to our students. But the thing is that how we are engaging our learner, because we don't know whether they are accessing to it or not. So the second aspect in the flipped learning is classroom collaboration also. So when we are providing some kind of material to our student to go through it according to their pacing, the next important step is how we are going to take up the feedback on it, or how we are able to judge whether they are learning or not, they are accessing that material or not. So flipped learning has two aspects basically, when we have to provide the material, and the second aspect is we have to take up the regular feedback and the regular interaction with the student to know that whether they are learning effectively, what kind of problem they are facing. So we can say that it's an invert or a reverse learning, where in the classroom we just have to focus on the problems of the students. So for that we can take up any kind of technique, like Phillips 66 technique is there, space learning technique is there. We can take up their problems, we can solve their problems with the collaborative and cooperative learning strategies. So under flipped learning we can use various kind of strategies. So we can say flipped learning, it is a type of blended learning, I hope blended learning is a very common term which we are using today. It's like a blend of traditional as well as the modern or the online methods or the techniques or strategies, where the students are and the basically the learners, we have to introduce to the content, they have to introduce to the content at home, and what they have to do in the schools or the classroom, they have to practice working through it. And the teacher may use variety of forms. Teacher have different, like sir has already mentioned, then PPT is there, we can create YouTube channel. But the problem is there, teacher are doing something for the student, but the students are not as much responding as we expected to do so. So this is one of the definition, which is a very common definition by Chronicle of Higher Education. I think we, for understanding the any kind of technique or a concept, we must know some definition by the experts. So according to that Chronicle of Higher Education, the flipping the classroom mean that students gained first-hand exposure to new learning material outside of class. Now, when I talk about outside of class, it doesn't only mean that they have to sit at homes and they have to access the material, but we have to provide the learning experience. What we can do, we can provide like there is a Jamboard also we can use nowadays. We can use Google Docs also for collaborating the learning of the student. So what student can do, they can also collaborate by sitting at home or somewhere else, and they can learn by their own experiences. No doubt we will provide some kind of videos. Now, one of the major objective we are achieving with the flipped learning is constructivism. Now, I think the constructivist approach, if we go on through the latest National Curriculum Framework 2005, which has been given by NCERT, they in 2005 they said that this document mentioned that now we have to shift our paradigm from that it's kind of traditional learning to constructivist learning, or the learning which we just have to give the content to the student to the constructivist approach. So flipped learning help to construct that that the concept of the student. Whenever student have to learn something new, flipped learning definitely will help. But if the teacher is using it in a right manner, the teacher has to develop the interest, teacher has to provide that kind of videos, that kind of instructions, or the material where student can construct their knowledge by their own efforts. So it is very much important that students have to construct their knowledge by the various kind of experience and by the various kind of efforts they are making to learn something new. So it's not a one-way process. Flipped learning is always a two-way process, where the student and the teacher has to do simultaneously equal work. They have to take the responsible on equal shoulders. So here the student are exposing to the content matter at a home or wherever they are feeling comfortable, like with the help of some reading material, lecture video, like Moodle is there, one of the very famous, popular, and the convenient way to communicate to a student by developing certain kind of courses through Moodle or Genomio. And for that purpose, there are certain also strategies, or we can say technique, where we help the student to collaborate, discuss, and debates. Now, when we say pedagogical classroom, it is one of the pedagogical approach as well as the learning approach. Now, whenever we talk about flipped classroom, we are using as a pedagogical approach because it's the first the teacher who are using that concept or this approach. When I say pedagogical approach, it is one of the approach like experiential approach, interdisciplinary approaches there, constructivist approaches there. Likewise, flipped classroom can also be used as a pedagogical approach as well as a one of the strategy and tool and techniques in the hand of teacher. And in this approach, we direct instruction move from the group learning space to the individual learning space. So what we can do, we can also collaborate the student, and we can assign the task in collaboration as well as to the at the individual level also, because here the purpose is not just to disseminate the knowledge. So one thing we have to keep in mind, being a teacher is here, and as a learner is, because I am taking the point of view of both, that we have to taken into consideration the both point of view, teacher as well as for the students. Now, there are four pillars of flipped learning, because whenever we have to organize the learning via this flipped classroom for the student, and as a pedagogical approach, we have to take into consideration this four pillars, which is basically given by flipped learning network. If anybody is very much interesting to learn about flipped classroom, because it is a popular concept nowadays and many researches are already been going on in different countries, you can use this flipped classroom learning network also. And the four pillars basically are flexible environment, because we are providing the content matter, no doubt. It is because flipped learning associated with the self-paced learning. Student can learn by their own effort at home, sitting at home, or anywhere they are comfortable like. So the one of the major feature you can say, or a pillar, is flexible environment, because it provides a flexible environment to the learners. And second is learning culture. Here our purpose is not just to giving the notes to the student or video to the student. We have to develop the culture of learning, because during this pandemic we have faced various kind of challenges, like how to reach our student. Now the time is there that we have to develop this culture among the students or the learner, that they should learn by their own efforts. No doubt teacher are always there and nobody can replace the teacher. A teacher playing a very important role, and even in the flipped learning everyone has to provide by the teacher. So teacher here is the facilitator. Only thing is the role of a teacher has been changed. Now we are not just providing the materials to the student, we are also guidance worker, counselor, friend. We all know the qualities of a good teacher. The major role we are performing is the virtual teachers. Now we are online 24/7 available teachers, because the student can have any kind of interaction at any time. So learning culture is the second pillar of this flipped classroom. Third is intentional content. Because the content, we cannot go beyond the prescribed content. No doubt we can refer some of the resources, or we can help the student to develop their mental faculties. So our aim here is not to develop only the knowledge and understanding among the student. The purpose is to develop the higher order thinking skills. I think you must familiar with this term HOTS, because in CBSE books and NCERT textbook we used to use even in accountancy or accounting, or you can say business study or statistics, there are certain kind of questions where there has been written like HOTS, higher order thinking skill, when we have to give the questions like in an application form. So the content, like it's not the we are making the traditional kind of content. When we are using flipped classroom, the content should be intentional, and it should also include higher order thinking skill. It should have a good provision of higher order thinking skill, like how how student can evaluate that particular concept. For example, if we are taking the concept of banking sector in India, it's not we are just giving the meaning of banking, definition of banking, process of banking, principle of banking, and function of banking. This is just a knowledge and understanding based. What we have to do is we have to provide ample opportunities to the student, or we have to create certain kind of situation to the student, like let's take an example of, if banking system would not be there, or if all the private sector bank would be that amalgamate with the public sector bank, or vice versa, if all public sector would be amalgamated to the private sector bank, what will happen? So what student have to do is they have to think over it. So flipped learning does not mean just providing the content matter. It's mean that you are providing the content matter as well as some learning experience, or you are giving some food for thought to your student. They have to think over it and they have to work over it. Now the last major according to me is one of the major factor, or you can say the pillar, is professional educators. Being a teacher, because we are performing the role of a teacher also, we have to deal with our kids also at home, those who are sitting at home learning through online medias. But here we have to be very professional educators. Now when I say professional educator, it means that educator have to taken into consideration all the qualities which has been mentioned in NCFTE 2009. I think you must have gone through that document that has given by National Council for Teacher Education 2009. that was given by National Council of Teacher Education of India. That is the body, one of the educational body of India, government of India. And if we go through that document that was given in 2009, they have changed the role of teacher, like from teacher now is a teacher, role of teacher is now is a humane and a professional teacher. So if we go through that document, we have to take into consideration the role of the teacher, that now we are not that teacher who are just focusing on the conventional method of teaching. We have to focus on the latest method. One of the most important strategy which we are discussing today is a flipped classroom. So professional educator doesn't mean just we are providing the videos to the student. It also means that we have to take into consideration their need also, their requirements also, their feeling also. So that's why I have already mentioned the analytics of emotions there. So these are the 4 pillars on which our flipped classroom instructions are based. Now there is one University Center of Teacher, Vanderbilt. They have said something about this. There are various kind of online networks available for flipped learning. You can also join it if you want to learn more about this. So it is reviewing material beforehand and turning a lecture into an interactive working session, which yield statistically. Now, why they have used the word statistically? Because you are many of you are from commerce field, you know about the statistics. Because whenever we have to check the significant effect of something, like if we are conducting experimental studies, or we have to check the differences, like if I'm teaching with the help of traditional method like lecture method, and if I am teaching with the help of flipped learning, what changes is there in the achievement of the student, whether achievement of the student is increasing or decreasing. For that purpose, to check that, we have to use certain kind of statistical techniques. That's why they have used this term statistically significant, because they must have used the T ratio for that, or ANOVA and something statistics technique, where they can provide you the evidences and fact and figure that flipped learning definitely enhance the achievement level or test scores of the student. So this study basically help us to know that reviewing material beforehand and discussing the problem in the classroom help to increase the test scores and the overall learning of the students. Then there are certain reports which has been given by and they have described a similar approach, that inverted classroom basically help to enhance the scores of the student, and also it helps to increase the performance level of the student. Now I just want to know that what do you understand by traditional method of teaching? Anybody can tell me that, is there any difference in a traditional approach of teaching and the latest techniques we are using, or a method we are using? What do you understand by traditional method? Whether traditional method is only we are talking about the lecture method, or some other methods are also there. When I used to study during my post-graduation and graduate in commerce, even in sociology, and I'm also a postgraduate in education. So I have earned 3 post-graduation degrees. But what I feel is, when I was in college, when I learning accountancy, my teacher was using traditional methods, and the effect of that is I found accountancy somewhat difficult, that because when I go for chartered accountancy, that foundation course, at that time there is CA foundation, then CA inter, and a final. Now there is different, now that has already been changed, everything is changed. When I appear for CA foundation, I was not able to get through accountancy. No doubt I have cleared English paper, I have cleared at that time economics and statistics and math portion, but I was not able to clear accountancy. The problem here is that the teacher was using the method which was not suitable when we actually go for a training to any chartered accountant. When I go for training, when I went for training to chartered accountant, there is nothing like that journal entries. They just started with posting the entry to the ledger. So no doubt journal entries and rule which we are discussing in accountancy is, no doubt it's very much important to know the dual entry system. But the way the teacher is teaching is very traditional. When I was not able to clear that paper, I was just feeling like what my teacher has taught to me, because I was not, I took coaching even from Delhi, but I was not able to clear because my concept was not clear. The problem is the teacher was using traditional. I'm not against traditional method. Traditional method should be there, lecture method should be there, because it helped to increase the listening power and memory of the student. But if we are being a modern teacher, or we can say this professional, a human teacher, we are only relying upon traditional method, we are not able to achieve the targets which is laid down by this accountancy on the commerce field or any field. Now, according to you, uh, uh, what could be the traditional method beside this lecture method? Anybody, any participant? Just for a few seconds, you can have a discussion with me. It should not be one way, na? Anyone?
Participants, you can unmute your mic.
Yes, because I am not accessing the chat box.
Some colloquial language, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Local.
Some local language, colloquial language.
Okay, some local language. Yes, that is, ma'am, local. When we are using local language, that is basically a media or a way or a mode to reaching to a student. When we talk about method, it is a way of presenting the content matter. When I'm saying I'm using particular method, no doubt every method requires certain kind of language. If there is any accounting teacher, like the sir is there who is using Moodle, sir can tell me, sir, beside lecture method, what other traditional methods are there for us, or you might use in your classroom?
Field visits.
Okay, field visit, right? A field visit, it's like we cannot say it's like, right, it's also traditional, but nowadays also we can use it virtually. Field visit are also there. If we are talking about lab, science lab, there are virtual tours also. So field visit is also common method nowadays days. Any other don't you think the textbook method? Still there are many accounting teacher who are just opening the textbook and reading the practical from the books itself. There are certain teachers, they are
So
not
that's the way in which, ma'am, that's the way in which the people are teaching even today in arts and
yes,
science
yes.
colleges.
This is a traditional way. For
Yes.
accountancy, we should not rely on the textbook, because the textbook are no doubt.
We have
Textbook
also
is
been
an
using
aid.
some. We have also been using some of the softwares like Tally and all, and also asked them to go for internship in auditing offices, and they learn something from
Yes.
there practically.
Yes, no doubt. Tally is one of the most, you can say, recent. The student can learn accountancy with the help of that Tally. But what happened in across the nation is that most of the teacher, they are using the traditional method. Like they just open the book in the classroom and they are trying to teach the accountancy, where the accountancy is not at all a teaching subject. It is just a practical oriented subject. The problem lies here. When we try to teach our student a practical subject with the help of that theoretical teaching method. So when I talk about traditional method, there is a lecture method as well as the assignment method, where we used to give the assignment to the student and try to complete that
Ma'am,
subject.
discussion method.
Excuse me,
Discussion
ma'am.
method, it's always a popular method among the teacher and the student, ma'am, because what happen in discussion method, it's not only developing the knowledge or the understanding among the student, it also help to develop the debating skill among the students. So discussion is all time favorite, this method among the teachers. So we cannot say discussion is a traditional method. Discussion is a evergreen method. We can use
Okay, ma'am.
everywhere,
Thank you.
anywhere. Even we are using discussion now. Right now, we are also using discussion, because discussion method help to develop the higher order thinking among the students, where the student have to answer right what should be or what should not be. So discussion is it's in a middle way. Nowadays, we can also holding a discussion via online media, virtual ways. So when I talk about assignment method or a textbook method, on an open book system method or a lecture method, then I'm talking about traditional method. So flipped classroom learning help to overcome this problem, because here the teacher has not need to teach in the classroom. They just teacher has to develop the material. Like teacher can use any MOOC course, any Moodle course or Genomio, and teacher can provide that material which help the student to learn by their own pacing. So there is a huge difference between the traditional and a flipped classroom nowadays. We have to, if you are from commerce field, you can better know we can amalgamate, you can mix the blended learning approach, we can use traditional as well as flipped classroom. But I want to mention here, I'm not at all against the traditional method, because traditional method should be there. Lecture method we cannot replace the lecture method with any kind of tool and technique. We need direct interaction with the student. For that, we need some kind of lectures also. So we can blend our learning, right? So now I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a while, and I want you to go through this video. I'll again share my screen for this video.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I want to show one video to everyone. Is it visible, everyone? This window is visible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. It's visible, ma'am.
Okay, fine.
Every course that has some face-to-face component progresses through a sequence of in-class time and out-of-class time. In a traditional lecture-based class, students are typically assigned material to study before coming to class, but then are expected to sit through a presentation that often covers similar content, and then assigned something to do for homework, usually on their own. Along with background that they students seek clarification from instructors, applying in the moment.
What I'm some in from
Ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am. Deepika, ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am. Deepika, ma'am, I think you are using both mobile and laptop. One unit should be muted, ma'am. Ma'am, you can exit and again you can enter it, ma'am. Deepika, ma'am, you are not audible, ma'am.
Am I?
Yes, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am. Now you are audible, ma'am.
Now?
Yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Basically, I have already told
Yes,
you
ma'am,
the
yes.
raining season is there, so there are certain technical
Yes,
issues. I'm sorry for
No,
that.
ma'am, no issues.
What I'm doing now, ma'am, I'm not going to show the video, because you can have a look over the video at your own pace. I think you got it in the video is there in Everyone got it? Just want to know, ma'am. Everyone got it?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Participants, you
I just
can.
want a poll.
Participants,
Participant, go through the video by your own pace. Ma'am, I want one polling from everyone.
yes, ma'am. Yes.
See. Yes, I'm just posting in the that chat box. This is a polling. Kindly give your polling. I want to share my screen, ma'am. Actually, somebody else is sharing. Vijay Lakshmi is presenting. I have to share my screen.
Vijay Lakshmi, ma'am, kindly stop presenting your screen, ma'am.
So kindly submit your answers. Kindly click the link which I have sent in the chat box. There is one question. Just give the answer in a one word. Did you get link? Ma'am, did you get that link?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. This answer, I think I got the answers. So I
Participants,
think again a
kindly
little
click the
network
link.
issue. Kindly give the answers.
Yes.
Link is there.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Link is there.
Yes. Yes, I'm getting the answer now. So there was one question. What you are feeling like right now during pandemic period? The question was very simple. The question is just you have to tell about one word for conventional method of it's a happy, lecturing, helpful, traditional, anything else? Only I got 1, 2, 3, 4 answers. I think there are more number of participants here. I think there is 179. Ma'am, do you kindly encourage your participants to answer?
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Participants, kindly click the
Yes.
link posted by Deepika Kohli, ma'am. You just say
So you will learn something new.
yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes. Just click on one word. Just click on one word. You will enjoy this because you can also use in your classrooms. So till now I got only 4 answers. Right. Thank you so much. So we will review this answer. Someone is saying good, communicating, sharing, because we are talking about this traditional method, right? Very monotonous, exam oriented, required, encouraging, imparting, explaining, good session, online traditional, right? Anything else you want to add here? So these are the responses you are giving, you are providing to me. Now you are you can go through this. Helpful and traditional is in both because 3 participants has traditional and some of them have clicked on the helpful. So right, this is one of the way we can interact with our student during our teaching to make our teaching very effective even in a lecture method. So now again I'm going to present my screen and I'm going to share my PPT. Thank you, participant, for sharing your valuable time and sparing some time to voting, polling. Now, when I say major elements of flipped classroom, so these are the major elements which we have to taken into consideration. Like we have to introduce the new topic to the learner before coming to the classroom. What you can do is you can just have a 15-minute session with the student online if you want. If you don't want, you can just add some video, upload some audio for the student to introduce a new topic. Then for that you have to add certain kind of material. That for that purpose you can also use Moodle, you can also use WordPress, you can use Google Site, also YouTube. There are various kind of online medias. Planning by a teacher to carry on classroom procedure involving all kind of activities. So here you can understand being a teacher that it's not like you are just providing the material. You have to provide certain experiences, some situations, everything, that what kind of question you are going to ask, what type of feedback you are going to take, what type of test you have to take up. So you have to taken into consideration all elements. So you have to also go through the mechanism to assess the learner knowledge, understanding, and the comprehension. So major elements would be, you have to introduce the new topic to the learners. How you will introduce, how you will pose the major question is how you will post all the videos, what could be the media, how you will assess the learners. Now, why flipped learning? I think we have already discussed about this, that four pillar we have discussed, like it's intentional content is there. This is basically a self pacing. Student can revisit the lesson again and again. It help to uh, it can provide an interactive and activity oriented also. Student can learn by their own speed and pace. They can review the material again and again. They can interact with the teacher later on. It helps to learn and grow together, because I always suggest whenever we have to go through classroom, we should collaborate our learner. Now, how to implement and a flipped classroom? If you are a teacher, then how to implement it? If you are a student also, then also you should know that how a teacher can implement. The Michigan State University, Jeff Dunn has written a short piece on six-step guide. First of all, you have to plan your flipped classrooms. Like, you have to plan what you are going to teach to the student, or what you are going to provide to the student in a flipped classroom. Then you have to record it, right? Recording can be done in a various way. You have various kind of broadcasters, Screencastify, authors, many kind of tools available online, even on mobile. It's not you always have to rely on laptop or on PC. You can also use a mobile phone. You have to share it. Then change is there, because when you share the content matter, what happened, there could be some chances that students are not able to get it. What you can do, you can also change the content, revise the content matter, and change the way you are dealing with your student. Then it is very important that you have to make certain kind of groups. You have to make the group for the collaborative learning. If you are feeling like group is not interacting, you can regroup. So these are the basics, you can say, steps which we can use for this learning. So for after that sixth step, we have to review it, we have to record it, we have to repeat it. What we have to do is we have to repeat this step: plan for the topic, record, share, change and revise if you need, grouping of the student and regrouping the student. Now here is a big challenge, how you can group or regroup. You know, if you are using Zoom, there is also provision of rooms, Zoom rooms, small rooms you can create. Even for Moodle classroom, you can also collaborate the student. They can have a launch there, they can discuss their point of views also. So there are various kind of online tools available for grouping and collaborating. Now, these are the strategies teacher can use under flipped learning. I've already told you, like Philip 66, you can use collaborative learning, peer tutoring. You have a discussion and a debates, inquiry-based problem solving. Inquiry-based and problem-based is very much important in case studies, where we have to provide certain kind of case of a particular company or any kind of firm. Practical hands-on experience, role-playing and dramatization. Dramatization, like you can make your student like a businessman, entrepreneur, startup, like you can also provide the role of a chartered accountant, manager also. These are some of the media used by teacher for flipped classroom. How many of you are using Google Classroom? If there are certain teachers, I'm not even for a student also, if teacher are using Google Classroom, it means students are also using Google Classroom. We can use Google Classroom. It is one of the wonderful LMS learning management system. No doubt there is no other way than Moodle, but Google Classroom is one of the easiest ways to arrange your flipped classroom. What you have to do is you just have to add all kind of links and material, everything you can add on Google Classroom. Edmodo is one of the platform where it is like a Google Classroom, but it is also nice platform. Moodle platform is there. Then recording audio, video lectures, blogs are there. There are various kinds of, so blog you can use for collaboration. Student can use the Blogger. Even in Google have Blogger tool, we can use that. Podcast we can use for audio recording. So these are some of the media which we can use for flipped classroom. These are some of the apps or websites for flipped classroom, right? Is there Kidom Learning, Nearpod is there, Screencast-O-Matic for recording your lectures, Ed Puzzle, Ed Creations, Kahoot, and Testamos. One of the very effective way of quizzing the student by sitting at home is Kahoot and Testamos. Lesson Up is there, Loom is there, Whiteboards and Jamboard is also there. Now, this is all about flipped learning, but still by using this flipped learning, we have certain challenges ahead, like it's not suitable for every type of learner if they are so small. It cannot be used for every topic. Sometimes lack of motivation could be there at home. Parents, maybe lack of cooperation is there. Teacher preparedness is not there. And if teacher is not able to communicate properly, and one of the biggest challenge we are facing is internet connectivity issues. So thank you so much for paying attention. These are some references. So I'll share the PPT if you want. So any question? Now the house is open for questions. Now I'm stop sharing my screen. Any question?
Thank you so much, ma'am. Participants, do you have any queries? Participants, do you have any queries?
I just want to know, ma'am. I have one question for them, ma'am. Little small question for them. If there are some teachers, to be very, you can say in a lively mood, whether your administrators are providing you the LMS like G Suite, this is just, it's like a survey I'm taking. I'm not mentioning any particular university or a college. Just want to know that whether you are, whether your administrator providing you all facilities for conducting these flipped classroom, because flipped classroom requires a LMS also. If you are using Google Classroom, no doubt you are using for a free of cost, but if you are you have to deal with a large number of students, you have to go for paid version also. Like Testamos, if you are using, it restricted the limit to 50 to 100 questions. If you are planning online test, you have to go for paid version. Likewise, in a G Suite, you have to go for a paid version. Whether your administrator are, I know it's a recorded one, you feel some shy, just in a yes or no way, that administrator are providing you the facilities. Yeah, just
yes, ma'am. In our college, we have.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And if there are some students, are students benefited from Google Classroom or all those medias, or they are still feeling helpless? It is a simple question for students. Are you feeling comfortable with the online teaching classroom? I know Moodle requires some training. Moodle requires some training for us also. It requires some kind of steps to know about. A student, you can write in the chat box. You don't need to see me only, watch me. You have to write on a chat box also. Students, are you facing any problem? I mean, are you satisfied with this online Google Classroom platform or Moodle? No answers.
Yes, ma'am.
So-
Yes, ma'am. They have answered, ma'am. Very difficult experience, ma'am. Online class. Then, yes, ma'am. We feel comfortable.
Sorry.
It's very
I
helpful
agree
for- Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Being a student as well
Yeah.
as teacher too, online
me-
classes. Yes, ma'am. They are replying, ma'am.
So yes, ma'am. Sorry, I didn't scroll down the chat box. Now I got all the yes, but there must be a amalgamation, as you said, right? Now I think if the responses are so positive, India is moving ahead on a wonderful work. Everybody is doing their best. So we hope for a better future. Being a teacher and a learner Definitely, we will work together and try to overcome all these problems. Soon, we are going to frame some kind of new ways and medias. Hope for the good collaboration with everyone. With this, thank you so much. I think allotted time has already been over. Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thanks, organizer.
you.
Thanks, patient listeners.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much, Deepika, ma'am, for your fruitful session. The session filled with lots and lots of information about flipped learning. As we all know that during this pandemic time, we face a number of difficulties in teaching and learning. Really, your session is the need of the hour, ma'am. It's highly interactive too. Your session proved that the teaching and learning is a never-ending process, ma'am. Now the big debate is going all around the world, like which learning is best for students as well as teachers. From your session, we came to know that both type of learning has its own pros and cons. But one thing we can't just ignore it, like e-learning during and after the pandemic time is an option, but not the solution. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your valuable inputs.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I
Participants, you
leave
have-
the meeting, ma'am?
Ma'am, participants,
Do
you
I
have-
need to?
I think they are filled with your information, ma'am.
Thank you so much. So stay home, stay safe, and be energetic. Full yourself with a positive energy. Road ahead is not very tough. Together, being an Indian, we can face any kind of challenges because we are very strong people. Thanks a
ma'am.
lot. Jai
Yes,
Hind to
ma'am.
everyone. Thank you.
Pleasant morning to all. This is Dr. M. Neela, Associate Professor, Department of Business Administration, here to propose the vote of thanks. I take this opportunity to thank our role model management for their continuous support and encouragement to conduct the program. The pleasure is mine in thanking our dynamic Madam Principal, the one who always think about our betterment, the key instrumentalist of this 5 days national level webinar. Thank you very much, ma'am, for supporting us and molding us to reach greater heights in our life. It's my privilege to thank our today's resourceful resource person, Dr. Deepika Kohli, Assistant Professor, Khalsa College of Education, Punjab. Thank you very much, ma'am, for your wonderful presentation about flipped learning. Thank you very much, ma'am, for accepting our invitation and gracing this occasion. The pleasure is mine in thanking the advisor of 5 days webinar, Dr. K. Veerakumar, Head Department of Business Administration, NGM College, Pollachi, for his meticulous planning and divergent thinking to conduct the program successfully. I take this opportunity to thank Dr. J. Tamil Shelvi, Head Department of Business Administration, Kaveri College for Women, and my fellow colleagues for their continuous support. Finally, I would like to thank all the participants across the country for their active participation. Thank you all. Meet you all tomorrow. Have a nice day.